Question number 7. It's asking me, for which value of x does cube root of x simplify to 5 cube root of 7? Basically, we have to see which one of these I need to put under my cube root and then simplify it to see which one comes out to this. All right, so I'm going to do this in Desmos because it's really easy in Desmos. I'm going to go ahead and try with the first one, answer choice A. So I'm going to do 35 cube root of x to the third power. Then press the table of values and then just check. Go up until zeros. And if you look back up, it's 1 and 35, which means that it's not, actually it's in simplest form. I cannot simplify that anymore, so that's not it. So I'm going to try the next one. So you're going to do 245 over x cubed, turn it into a table, press the last button, make sure to go to like 0 point something, go back up, same deal, 1 and 245, that doesn't work. And then now the second to last one, over x to the third power, turn it into a table, start in the last, click on 2, and then go down, and then make sure to see zeros, and then come up 5 and 7, and then that's exactly what I'm looking for right there. Okay, I'm not even going to try the last answer choice. Okay, it says drag the answer to each correct box. Each answer must maybe use more than one time. Okay, complete the equation to create a true statement. Okay, so it looks like I can do the numbers on the outside. So 4 times 2, which is 8. So that goes right there. Whoops. Okay, and then on the inside, 2 times 3, which is 6. And that's honestly about it. Well, to be honest, okay, let's see if I can maybe simplify square root of 6. I don't think I can, but I'll just check just to make sure, because it's always good to make sure. Since it's a square root, I'm putting x squared. Just click. Yeah, it's the simplest form, so that's about it right there. I hope you get this question on the SOL. Okay, it says here direction. So select the correct answer. So notice it only says answer, so it's just one answer here. Usually when they have it boxed like this, I think like maybe it's multiple select, but there's only one. Anyway, it says here, Michelle correctly solved a linear equation, and the last line in her work was 1 equals 2. Which statement best describes it? So if you have a false statement, because 1 can never equal 2, this equation has no solutions. Okay, so if they end up being the same number on both sides, then it has infinitely many solutions. And if you just have x equals a number, then it's one solution. Usually, well, yes, usually, linear equation has one solution. Anyway, this particular one has no solutions. Moving on. Okay, enter your answer in the space provided. Use the numbers and symbols to answer your question. What are the solutions to this? So I do have an algebraic way to solve this, which is, factoring it. But remember that in solutions, you can find solutions to quadratics by graphing as well. Super easy. You're just going to plug it in. Now, since this says equals 0, it means that basically where y equals 0. So it's asking you for your roots. So you can put the equals 0 if you like. Desmos doesn't mind that at all. So it's -3 and 1. Or you don't have to put equals 0. You can just take that off, and it's nice to see the parabola. Anyway, the answer is -3, only the x coordinate, -3 and +1. And that's what I'm going to type here. It has two solutions, -3 and +1. That's about it, guys. So what I want you to see is this word solution, okay? If it's asking you for what are the solutions, and it's just an equation, then you can find it using Desmos by clicking on the x-intercepts. All right, type an inequality statement using the less than, greater than for the inequality symbol. Okay, so here we're trying to solve this here. Now, again, one way you can solve this is by graphing it in Desmos, but you need to know how the answer looks like for inequality. So I'm just going to go ahead and plug this in exactly the way it is. Less than 7 minus 5x. I put less than using my keyboard, or it's right here as well. Not equal to, but only less than. So look, right here, at -9, it got shaded to the right. Somehow it got flipped. Well, not somehow. I know how it got flipped. I must have divided by a negative number. I'm not going to go through that process. We've done a lot of that in class. But for now, I'm going to just I'm going to communicate my answer by saying that, well, x, always start with x, is greater than -9. And that's it. That's all I have to do here. And actually, I'm trying to press other and it's not letting me. So that means that's all it provided me, space it provided me, okay? So, yeah. Another inequality question. It says select a ray. Ray is a point with the arrow on one side. Then drag the endpoint, okay? So first of all, if I look ahead, I see that it's greater than. It doesn't have the equal to. So I know that I'm not going to use... Okay, hold on. I tried to be all fancy. Hold on. I'm just going to start over, okay? I know it's not going to be the solid circles, okay? It's going to be the open circles right here, not the closed ones. Okay, anyway, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and graph this in Desmos exactly the way it is. So negative x plus 4 minus 2 is greater than 2x plus 6. And it looks like it is x is less than -4. So not equal to. So I'm going to press this and it's going to just drag it out to -4 over here. Okay, and that's my answer. Now let me just make sure. So it's at -4, it's less than, yeah, there you go. Okay, this one. Frank works at a convenience store. He earns $7.50 per hour working during the daytime. Okay, I'm just gonna put day right there. He earns $12.50 working at nighttime. So there's two different pay scales. So I'll use the two different colors. He wants to earn at least $30 per week. So $30 per week. I wonder what this does. I don't know what that did. Okay, whatever. At least 30. So basically, he wants to earn more than $30. So we need to go ahead and graph it. Notice that hours day is on the X right here. Oops, I did not mean to click that. Whatever. So let's go ahead and graph it in Desmos and check. Okay, so for the day hours, it looks like he works 7. He gets $7.50 for daytime, and I'm just going to put X to represent the day because that's the axis that I have the days on, and all of them have day for X. Plus, he also works nighttime, and he gets paid $12.50 for nighttime. I'm going to put Y because you have the Y-axis right here, and it says night right there. And together, he wants to earn more than or equal to $300. Okay, I put more than or equal to $300. Okay, so that's what it says, at least. So I'm going to zoom out here, and this is the graph I'm looking for. So I'm just going to look at the intercepts to see where it crosses. So it crosses at 24 and 40. So this one is pretty clear, but again, it's being shaded above, so I cannot go with this one. I use my answer eliminator. And then, I'm going to eliminate everything. This one, 40, and then this looks like this is the right answer, but I want to go ahead and check. Yeah, nope, the 40's on the X, the 40's on the X. Yep, this looks like it. Okay? And this is the equation that I used. If this problem didn't make sense, please go ahead and kind of rewind and watch this part again, okay? All right, please. Next one. Oh, this one. Okay. let's see what the directions are saying. Select the number that represents the region of the graph that you want to select. So basically, if I want to select this region, I press 1. If I want to select this region, I press 2 and 3 and then 4. So I need to select 1 for my answer. All right, Zach began graphing the system of inequalities below. We'll do that. To complete the graph, Zach must shade the region which represents the solution set. So solution set is where the two graphs overlap. So let's go ahead and graph it now. My name is Zach. Y is greater than or equal to 2/3 x plus 1. So there's one graph right there. And then the other one is 5x plus 6y is less than or equal to -30. And my solution set is where it's double graphed, meaning the red and the blue graph here, whatever color pops up. Now it could be other colors for you, but it's basically where it's double graphed right here. So this is section number, let's see, 2 right here. So I'm going to press 2, and that's how I answer that question. Okay. All right, drag the answer to the correct boxes. Each answer may be used more than one time. All right, using the inequalities shown, so I need to go ahead and drag these and see, and create a system of two linear inequalities that could be represented by this graph. All right, so this one may take some time, we need to just, what's the word I'm looking for? Investigate, I guess, that's the word. All right, let's go ahead and see which graph will match. All right, I don't know why that's not getting smaller. Okay, so what I want to do, even though I don't have an equal sign, I just want to see what lines to show up to. So I'm going to put y equals -1/2 x plus 2. So this red graph represents this. So notice that it is a solid line. So I'm going to go ahead and change this graph to a solid line by doing greater than or equal to right there. So far, so good. And then that means that this line right here must be the dotted line. So I'm going to just check if that's that line. I mean, it has to be, right? What else can it be? Yeah, it is that line right there. But to make it dotted, I need to go ahead and change the equal sign to either greater than or less than. Oh, that's good. Because look, if I change that to greater than or less than, it shades above right there because the y is on the other side. Anyway, it's going to have to be the greater than one. And that's what I need. This is the part that's being overlapped, double shaded, and that's what's shown here. So, all right, let me make sure. So that's the one I'm going to use here, and then greater than right here. Just make sure you match the graphs. All right. Let's see. Okay, so here it says f of x equals x. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and graph it. Okay, just see what f of x equals x looks like. So it's just this line that goes through the middle and it has a slope of 1. And g of x is 6x minus 1. Okay, I just want to see the graph. So I didn't even read the question yet, but I can already tell that the slope for this graph is steeper, meaning it's like more slanted than the slope of the f of x, which is the red graph. All right, let me see what it's saying. Okay. Complete the statements to compare the two graphs. Okay, the graph of g of x, so the blue graph here, is shifted up or down. To see if it's shifted up or down, just look at the y-intercepts, okay? So the g of x, the blue graph, it definitely went down. It's lower than the y-intercept of the red graph, so it did move down. And the graph is it steeper or less steeper? Well, it's definitely steeper because it's more slanted than this one, the red one. So I'm going to say it is steeper. And that's that. All right, guys, I'm going to start the next video.